Hello everyone and welcome. Before we get into today's topic, I just want to give a shout out to some recent members and donors to this channel. Chris Wilson, Kitty Cat, Kenny Salazar, and Randy Thompson. Thank you all for your support and contributions. Today is all about gaslighting. I will be looking at some different reasons a narcissist would gaslight, also the different ways narcissists can gaslight you, and give some example phrases. Then finally share some signs or symptoms that a person would have who is being gaslighted. Bear in mind that just about anyone can be guilty of gaslighting, and it is something that should not be tolerated. But I am specifically dealing with narcissists and the gaslighting they do in intimate relationships, work relationships, friendships, and parent-child relationships. Gaslighting is all about mentally destabilizing you to make you doubt yourself and question your memory and judgment. After being gaslighted, you're bound to feel unsure of yourself, confused, guilty, and even ashamed. Gaslighting is a slow, insidious attack on your mental health. So I want to start with the different ways a narcissist can gaslight, because it is important to note that you can be gaslighted not just by the spoken word, but by facial expressions / eye contact and strategic silent treatments. So those are the three ways. There are certain things the narcissist can say. There are certain ways that they can look at you. And then there is the silent treatment that they can give in certain situations. They can use all three in the same interaction or at different times depending on the situation. The first thing I want to hone in on are the facial expressions. Therefore, the initial examples I'm going to give are to show how important and effective the facial expressions are when it comes to gaslighting. It is not just what is said or not said, it's the whole package of words and expressions. And that look the narcissist gives is what does the initial damage and maybe even the most damage. And you know it by how it makes you feel. Gaslighting can happen in just about any situation. It doesn't have to be a heated argument. For example, a narcissist can gaslight you when you choose to share an opinion or suggestion. And this can happen in the workplace, in a romantic relationship, parent-child relationship, etc. You give an opinion or suggestion about something, and the narcissist may make a facial expression like, what you said was the most idiotic thing they have ever heard, or they may just look at you with confusion on their face. In this instance, the narcissist doesn't have to say anything, but just by giving you that look, you are left scrambling to explain yourself or justify what you have just said. Even though it makes sense, the narcissist will go on to make you feel as if it doesn't, or that it is not relevant. Another instance a narcissist would gaslight you with a very telling facial expression is when you blatantly accuse them of something they've done wrong. For example, you may catch them in a lie and call them a liar. But instead of owning up to it, they would look at you like, how dare you accuse me of lying? They may follow that expression by acting offended and giving you the silent treatment. That initial look of how dare you can make you feel guilty and start questioning yourself like, did I get it wrong? Am I sure? But all the narcissist has done is turn the situation so that what they may have done doesn't matter anymore, as you have just caused an offense. This tactic makes you want to apologize quickly and set it aside without the initial matter ever being addressed or resolved, because you are now trying to appease the narcissist. Other instances when a narcissist will gaslight you is if you criticize or question a narcissist's actions. In the mind of the narcissist, the only thing you should be doing is complimenting their actions, not questioning or criticizing them. Otherwise, they will become highly offended as they see it as a declaration of war and an attack on their character, so they must defend themselves. Their aim is to redirect any issues or problems you have with them back onto yourself so that you end up feeling guilty, ashamed, and even end up apologizing. I will now go into some gaslighting phrases the narcissist will give to wiggle out of these situations blameless and leave you feeling guilty at the end of it all. They may first try to trivialize the matter by accusing you of being too sensitive or too emotional, straight away making it seem like you are the one with the problem. They may also say stuff like, you need to lighten up, or that you are overreacting. They are taking your justifiable response to their bad behavior and making it unjustifiable. This is done to make you think that you are the one who need help or you are the one who needs to work on your behaviors. The other thing they may do is try to circumvent the issue by telling you you are imagining things that they either did not do or did do something, or they act like they do not know what you are talking about. The narcissist would even accuse you of lying on them, but this is to make you doubt your recollection of events and question your memory. This can be very frustrating and confusing, but this is another way the narcissist gaslights to avoid dealing with real issues by making you think it's all in your head. Another narcissist favorite when it comes to gaslighting is playing dumb. The narcissist will pretend to not understand the issue you are raising, so they may create this investigative scenario where they are the ones asking you a list of questions so that they can understand where you are coming from. It can be very condescending how they go about it, but the narcissist with their questions is trying to divert you away from the real matter at hand and confuse you so that you end up wondering if there was an issue in the first place or not. Another one is when the narcissist knows very well they have gone and done what they wanted to do instead of taking your advice, but then say something like, I thought this was what you wanted, or I did it for you, when it's not about you, but it's just all about the narcissist having their way. The final example I want to give happens when you have the narcissist in a corner where the evidence is against them. They will end up respond with, what did I ever do to you? Or why are you attacking me? This can throw off anyone because all you were trying to do was have a reasonable conversation and proving and showing how something the narcissist did or said could have been better, but they perceive it as an attack. And then because we don't want them to feel attacked, we end up apologizing. The matter is not dealt with, and you are left feeling rubbish for daring to challenge or question the narcissist's behavior. When a narcissist does something wrong, they want to quickly brush it under the rug and pretend like it never happened. So if you try to address these things that the narcissist wants so badly to forget, expect to be gaslighted. The narcissist's aim is to always divert the conversation away from them doing something wrong to you being the one in the wrong, and narcissists are masters at this. But to conclude, the examples of gaslighting can be endless, but always pay attention to how they make you feel. It is usually a feeling of confusion and uneasiness, because with narcissists, matters do not get properly resolved, and that is why those feelings of uneasiness and confusion arise, which are the first signs that you are being gaslighted. Other signs are where you are the one who ends up constantly apologizing. Also, you may start struggling to make decisions or trust your judgment. With that comes a lack of confidence and overall self-doubt, and wondering if something is actually wrong with you. Like, are you losing your mind? Are you really too sensitive or too uptight? All this can lead to depression and hopelessness. Gaslighting is psychologically damaging. It is a dangerous game narcissists engage in to save their backsides and control people and situations. If anyone makes you feel like you are going crazy, you need to let them go, because when it comes to narcissists, that is exactly what they are trying to achieve. As usual, I hope you all found this helpful. Please be sure to leave me a comment below.